To your attention is implementation of future agricultural engineers training technology in the informational and educational environment. To train future agricultural engineers, it is advisable to form tutorials for the study of each discipline in the conditions of informational and educational environment. The application of the presented technology provides an opportunity to combine the educational process in the classroom with learning in the informational and educational environment, forms analytical abilities and competencies in professional activity. Features of training of agricultural engineers in the informational and educational environment are the following. Informational and educational environment maintains constant access to the educational process. An option with a greater degree of interaction is possible when using mobile devices during classes. It is possible to get direct feedback while studying at home and to interact with higher education applicants during lectures. Studying in an informational and educational environment requires the use of interactive audiovisual online tools. It is presented the training technology of future agricultural engineers in informational and educational environment. When studying the cycle of disciplines of the initial level, the first and the second years of study, preparation for lectures is accompanied by interactive content of informational and educational environment, such as audiovisual lectures, webinars, and online glossary. Preparation for practical classes in the informational and educational environment involves working with online glossaries, watching videos, solving engineering problems in workshop, working with presentations. Preparation for laboratory classes may include video instructions, uh, calculation parts, working with glossary, and viewing presentations. Preparations for seminars in the informational and educational environment can include work with online glossary and video instructions. Independent work includes webinars and interactive content of informational and educational environment. Online support should be provided through chats and thematic forums. When studying the cycle of bachelor's degree disciplines, the third and the fourth years in the informational and educational environment, preparation for lectures is carried out with the help of interactive multimedia lectures. Preparation for practical classes includes roundtables in thematic forums, online practical classes, interactive tasks, educational computer interactive simulators. It is expedient to apply interactive tasks, educational computer interactive simulators to laboratory classes in the process of preparation of bachelors in agricultural engineering. The preparation for seminars may include presentations, interactive tasks, video conferences, and thematic conferences. Independent work is based on interactive multimedia lectures, practical tasks, educational computer interactive simulators, and research projects. The practice is provided by video conference, thematic chat conferences, online support. It is necessary to monitor the results of bachelors in agricultural engineering and to study the acquisition of degree of professional competencies. It is presented the scheme of training with the help of tutorials for learning in the informational and educational environment. Higher education applicants, with the help of application for reading QR codes, enter the appropriate section of the course and begin to perform tasks using personal computers or mobile phones, using presented interactive audiovisual online tools. It is presented tutorials for learning in the informational and educational environment. The general view of the course and using of QR codes for submission interactive audiovisual online tools. Monitoring of the students' result in the condition of informational and educational environment consists on acquisition of competences in the informational and educational environment and monitoring of learning results in the informational and educational environment. There are some examples of interactive audiovisual online tools. Audiovisual and interactive lectures, multimedia presentation for practical work, interactive laboratory work, roundtables, online conferences, practice reports, and interactive audio online tools such as educational computer interactive simulators. For example, graphical educational simulators for consolidation of knowledge of drawing details, educational computer interactive simulators for consolidation of knowledge in solving engineering problems, and educational computer interactive simulators for consolidation of knowledge on mastering theoretical material. The experimental procedure included the following steps: selection of control and experimental group, development of methodological tools for accessing the criteria and indicators of the current level of knowledge, skills, abilities, determination and ascertainment of bachelor's readiness formation level, introduction of future agriculture engineers training technology in the conditions of informational and educational environment, comparison of indicators of bachelor's readiness level for professional activity after the introduction of author's development, and generalization and conclusion about the efficiency of the proposed developments. It is calculated of the Kolmogorov-Smirnov criterion for comparison the readiness level for professional activity in the informational and educational environment at the beginning and at the end of the experiment. The number of bachelors in agricultural engineering in which the level of readiness for professional activity in the informational and educational environment at the end of the experiment in the experimental group is higher than in the control. It is presented the comparison of readiness level for professional activity of bachelors in agricultural engineering in the informational and educational environment in the experimental and control groups at the beginning and at the end of experiment. At a high level, at the end of the experiment, we have an increase of almost 20%, while in the control groups, it is only 7%. At a sufficient level at the end of the experiment, it's possible to claim an increase of more than 40%, while in the control groups, the increase is 12%. At the average level in the experimental group, the increase is 5%. In the control group, it is more than 20%. At the initial level, at the end of the experiment, in the experimental groups, the indicators decreased by almost 65%, while in the control groups, only by 45%. It can be argued that the future agriculture engineers training technology in the informational and educational environment is effective. The outline technology provides an opportunity to combine the educational process in the audience of the bachelors in agricultural engineering with learning in the informational and educational environment, forms analytical skills and professional competencies. Thank you for attention.